often, and it's such a simple question, but one of the most powerful questions that I ever ask myself, and that we can ever ask ourselves. Do I really want to do it? So simple, right? But how often do you actually stop and check in with that? Especially when things don't feel good or aren't working out in business and life, in all of the things. Just very simply, do I really want to do this? And often if we tune into that and get honest with ourselves, the answer is no, especially if it doesn't feel good or if it's not working. It's a very simple, I just don't want to do it. Maybe you didn't want to do it ever, or maybe it's changed and it's just not aligned for you right now. And I'm talking about this today in particular because I've just had the most gorgeous conversation with a friend of mine, and we were talking about coaching and all of the things that we do and exploring this question. And it dawned on me that this is one of the most common things that I'm really supporting my clients with. And yes, most people come to me initially because they want to create more clients and income and take their business to the next level, or they're stuck at a certain place in their lives and want to explore what's next. But ultimately, this is what we're exploring. Do you really want to do the things that you're doing? And then clearing all of those things, all of the things that are actually not a hell yes, that are not aligned, maybe even ever. And then exploring what is aligned for right now, because your purpose isn't just one thing, right? It's ever evolving and growing and shifting and changing as you do. And what I was talking to my friend about, and what I always support my clients with, is understanding how do you get clear on what your purpose is for right now? And for me, it's looking at, where do your passions, your gifts, and your core desires meet? So if you think about a triangle, passions, gifts, core desires, and in the middle is your purpose. And again, constantly shifting, growing, and changing. Your passions are the things that make you feel alive, that you would jump out of bed to do even if you weren't paid to do them, right? Those things that just give you the feels. Your gifts are the things that you do effortlessly, naturally, the things that often most people ask you to help them with, that you don't even think about, you just do them so naturally. And then your core desires are what I'm really interested in, because this is your heart intelligence. This is, what is it that you truly desire? And this is really where I always start with my clients. It's getting clear on, what do you truly desire right now? Because it may have changed from 6 months ago. That business that you're running, and this happens so often, people come to me with one business. Sometimes that whole business gets burnt to the ground and there's a new business created. Sometimes it's certain programs or products or services, and new ones spring up from the ashes of that, right? So it's looking at, what are your true desires for right now? How do you most want to feel? And what is it that will bring you those feelings in your business and in your life, and breaking it down into all life areas, right? And then it's looking at, what are your natural gifts? And how can you be fully expressed in them? Getting clear on your true identity, what brings you that level of high vibration, love, of joy, of expansion, of expression. Because when you're in that place, other people are magnetized to that. When you're lit up and on soulfire, #soulfire sessions, #soulfire sessions, doesn't work today. When you're on soulfire about what you do, people are magnetized to that. You vibrate at a high energetic level. And this is how clients will come to you from seemingly nowhere. Money, all of the things are attracted to your vibration. Whatever that is, you're going to attract external things that match that. Money, clients, friends, opportunities, experiences, all of the things that you're seeing in your physical reality are connected to your vibration. And so it's looking at, if your vibration isn't at the highest, why not? What are you doing that's no longer in alignment? And like I say, so often my clients come to me with one business and then actually it's not in alignment anymore, or certain programs and services. And I'm looking at this myself on a regular basis. In fact, right now, this is another reason that I haven't been live for a while, we're going through a complete overhaul of Louise George Co, looking at what programs are no longer aligned. There's a lot of things that just haven't been feeling good for a while. And this is a constant journey. Put your hand up if you're an entrepreneur or creative, you'll resonate with this. It isn't just a one-time thing. This is a constant check-in, because again, as you grow and evolve and shift and change, so will the things that you're doing, how you're being. And we've got to constantly look at, okay, what's not aligned at this next level of my life and business? What do I need to refine and get rid of and burn down, and so that you can come back and really, really start from that higher vibration with things that are aligned for who you are right now, who you be, what lights you up and all of those things. Does this make sense? If you're still on here live, Lila, I think I see you. Hey, gorgeous. If you're on the replay, drop a comment, let me know how this resonates as well. And so the conversation I was having with my friends was really, that's what I'm helping my clients do. Is, yes, a lot of people come to me specifically for help with their businesses, client creation, that kind of stuff, but it's such a tiny fraction of the work that we're actually doing. What we're actually doing is I help them to realize what their true zone of genius is, like who they really are at the highest level, their true desires, their true identity, and then stepping into that, giving themselves permission to be all of who they really are, to explore that, to know that, and to show up from that place, because it's from that place that everything feels good. And this is what the work that we're really doing is all about. It's about creating a life that feels as good as it looks, right? Creating soul-aligned success. And if you're in business, the reminder really is that you are your business, you are your brand. This is not old school business days where you are separate from your business and you have to go to a place of work that is completely separate and professional, like you put on one professional mask for this place and then you go back into your day-to-day life and you're a different person. No, in this world of online business and how we're showing up and how people are wanting you to show up in whatever you're doing is transparency and vulnerability and authenticity, and those words, yes, are banded around quite a lot, but this is the truth of it. We want you, and people are investing in you. Whatever your business is, your products and your services are an extension of who you be, at least if your business is truly your zone of genius. And my greatest wish for you all and for anyone that I work with, that's what we're doing, is creating a life and business that feels as good as it looks, because your business isn't separate from you. It's an extension of who you are. It's you being your fully expressed highest self, right? And perhaps that isn't even a business. You know, it breaks my heart these days to see so many people calling themselves business coaches or becoming business coaches because that's what they think they should be doing, or it's what they could be doing. And actually, when I'm having conversations with people, I'm realizing that often they're not qualified to do it. Most often they really don't want to do it. It's just a path that they've gone down, a path of head-braining their way to success, shiny object syndrome. And we all easily can fall into that trap, right? Especially with social media. We're so distracted by what everyone else is doing, everyone else's way to success, what's working for other people. And I really want to remind you, and this is another reason I've not been online. Yes, we've been moving house and going through a lot of business overhaul and stuff right now, but also because every now and then it's really important to put the blinkers on completely, to get off of social media, to detox. And I know we all know this consciously, but really just stop following people, unsubscribe, and like do whatever you need to do to be able to listen to your heart, to be able to listen to your heart, aka your soul directing you. It's really hard to listen to that voice of your truth, your higher self, when we're bombarded with information from other people all day long. You do not need more information. You do not need a strategy for success or next level. It's more insight that we all need, right? And that requires just tuning out the noise and being able to go inwards to hear that. And then that's one thing, and then trusting that voice, trusting that voice of your intuition, of your soul speaking to you as well. Hey Graham, Lila, yes, that definitely resonates. Good. Yeah, I mean, these are conversations I'm having over and over again, pretty much with every single client that I ever work with. You know, they come to me for one thing, but it's you know, as a coach, we're really working with the person. So what I am so blessed and honored to do as a coach is to help people get to know who they really are at a soul level, fall in love with that version of themselves and show up powerfully from that place. And that's what it is. And then everything else thrives from that place. Then we can look at strategy. Then we can look at the head brain stuff and, you know, how do you want to show up? What do you want to do with this, etc. But not strategy first. And this is what I see so many people doing. And also, most people's goals don't really belong to them, is the other thing that I wanted to talk about. And this is so connected. Our goals are often so strongly and powerfully influenced by our families, our friends, society, politicians, celebrities, the media. And for most people, it's really hard to differentiate the difference between your true goals and what actually has just been influenced, right? What is actually the other coaches' goals, or the other business owners' goals, or the celebrities' goals, or the society's expectations that actually, if you really tune in, you don't want to do, you're not interested in that. And this is, again, what I'm working with my clients on every single time, is getting clear on, okay, all of these things that you thought you wanted to do in your business and your life, do you really want to do them? And you can start just with that question. If anything right now for you in your life or your business doesn't feel good, isn't working, sit down and journal on that. Do I really want to do it? And see what comes up. Often it will be a really clear yes or no. Sometimes there's more exploration needed, but just pay attention to the goals that you're setting yourself, because we're taught to set goals externally. We're taught to want a certain lifestyle, a certain amount of money, car, house, relationship, but there is no one way to do life or business. So what your neighbour wants, for the car that your neighbour wants on their driveway, the holidays that your friend wants to take, the relationship that society says that you need to have by a certain age, right, might not necessarily be right for you. And I never forget a conversation that I had with one of my gorgeous clients in our early coaching relationship. And she had all of these incredible goals around wealth and the kind of house she wanted and car. And I was like, all that stuff's cool. You know, I am all for mansions and fast cars and world travel first class if that's what you truly desire. Go for it. Like, your desires are meant for you, so if they're true for you, go for it. But I'm not feeling like they're aligned for you, and this is what I'm super intuitive at, right? Is one of the things is that, like, feeling into when it's your true desire or not. I was like, I don't know if they're your true desires. Let's explore. Are you open to that? Or however the conversation went. And so we went through some beautiful processes and coaching work, and she came back to me not long after. She was like, do you know what? I realized that those goals were set by a previous business that I was working, and I realized that I was looking at all of the other people that I was working around, and they were going after fast cars and big houses and first class travel, and I think that's great, but I realised it's actually not for me. I don't want that stuff truly. And what she really wanted was a cosy cottage and peace and quiet and a cup of hot chocolate, I think, was the other thing. Like, cozy cottage and hot chocolate was the thing that was most aligned and most lighting her up. And she was like, that feels amazing to me. I don't actually want the mansion or the sports car or whatever. So, you know, there's no right or wrong here. It's just checking in with, is that really true? Are those goals that you've set yourself, is that relationship goal, that business goal, that career goal, is it yours or is it someone else's? So something for you to check in with today. And I'm interested to hear as well. Hey Varian, hey Graham, how are you? So good to see you. Mwah, love you guys. Thanks for joining live. Let me know any questions, comments, takeaways. I know that this resonates for a lot of people. And also part of the conversation I was having with my friend earlier was that there's no one thing, right? I think so often we're trying to squeeze our purpose into a box. It's like, okay, so this is my purpose for right now. Let's make it into a business, or make, you know, and I've done that. We've all done that, I'm sure. And this question around, why am I here? What is my purpose? Is ever evolving and growing. So it's giving ourselves permission to be in that place of flow and giving ourselves permission to change our minds as well. When it doesn't feel aligned anymore, you get to choose again. You get to burn it to the ground if that's what's needed. You get to pick something else. You get to say, no, I don't want to do that anymore. Yes, so I'd love to hear how that resonates with you. Let me know. If you're just joining live, welcome. Jump on the replay if you've missed any of this, and I'd love to hear from you. So if you want to drop a comment below, or if you don't but you want to reach out to me personally, feel free. Brooke Kalen's in the house. How are you, goddess? I haven't seen you for ages. Good to see you. I'm just about to hop off. Drop a comment. Let me know how this resonates. If you have any questions or takeaways, I want to hear them. So drop a comment below. Trina Keen is just jumping on as well. Welcome, ladies. Hey, gorgeous. It's so good to see you. I'm just about to hop off, but feel free to catch the replay. And if this resonates, if you have any questions, or if you would like support with this, send me a private message if you don't want to share it publicly. I'm really interested to speak to you if you're in this place right now of questioning, do I really want to do it? Because these are the conversations that I'm having most right now with business owners who have gone down a certain path and got to a point where they're like, I actually, this doesn't feel good anymore. Sometimes with I don't know why, sometimes with it doesn't, I just don't want to do it. Or sometimes the question is, do I really want to do it? So if you're in that place, private message me. Let's talk. I love you. Hello, beautiful yourself. Thank you for joining me. Catch the replay. I'm hopping off. I will be back soon. I'm taking lots of social media detox time these days, so I can't tell you when I'll be back, but I will. I love you. Speak soon.